investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here. This is the Tiger Technicians Hour. This is the Thursday, the 13th edition, and we're looking at the Dow 71, holding very well considering that there's an overall general market malaise, and certainly stocks like a Robin Hood right there. Look at that, making a dreaded H pattern yet again. This time, I don't think it's going to bounce more than 134. If there is a bounce, it's going to take at least some kind of a sell-off with a stochastic, probably not a 38%, maybe under 20% if there's going to be a sustained move to the upside. This rectangle formation can stay for quite a while. Look, down 6.73 at 126.28, hit 153. Yeah, I'd say that's quite a pullback. We still have our core position from the 16s. Waiting, we did have an attempt to get in. We lost 1.7% or something like that, 1.2%. But we'll wait. Now we're going to have to wait for a while to see if we want to add to that position. And let's just look at this. In General Electric in that range, stuck between 316 double top and 303. If it goes under 302, it looks like it'll test those recent lows under 300. So we're watching that closely. All right, let's just get to the numbers. Dow makes an all-time high yesterday of 48,433. Wow, can you believe it? Just by itself was the leader, and the others just kind of moseyed along. Look, down 73 at 48,182. The inside track repellent zone is holding so far. The 9-period moving average, let me get the pointer. The 9-period moving average is above the 14-period moving average. The MACD is good. The on-balance volume is good. The stochastic is under 80% at 77%, but trying to rise. Look at the weekly chart. You know, when you get to that fourth highest peak D, that's where you start to get a little cautious because other things can happen. Last time we went D, and then it just popped to an E to the inside track repellent zone and then pulled back to the green line support. That's the 9-period exponential moving average. Now it's back in that inside track repellent zone between the pink and the green lines, this diagonal rising trend line. We're going to watch this very closely. Nothing here is technically weak. It looks fabulous. And most importantly, within the context of the different indices, look at the different chart pattern. Look, here's the S&P. The S&P right now is trading down 33 at 58.17. It's making this possible H pattern after that gap up. Hasn't filled the gap, but it made an all-time high of 69.20.34 on the 29th of October, plunges down to the 640s. And now look at this. A nice rally, the 9-period moving average. Remember, the whole thing about this beautiful technique using the 914 is that when the price goes sharply lower, but the green line stays green, doesn't go pink by going negative, that's usually good for a really strong spring to the upside, like a trampoline, and that's exactly what it did. Look at this. I'll show you a little better on the SPY. The SPY here, because I've drawn it in. You see this inside track repellent zone with a little doji candle at peak E, and we're pulling back. But so far, the technicals are fabulous in the weekly chart. It's going to take, if we haven't had bad news yet, what bad news could we have from now on? I don't know. It's just going to be overbought situations, overbought like one of the stocks that we still have some left. Done fantastically. Iran, it goes to earnings pop up at 76. It has its whole 74, then 75, then 76 uptrend. Oh, I should have done it this way to show it a little clearer. Look, here's its uptrend. Perfect uptrend. Goes to the Chapman wave inside track repellent zone right there, and then it pulls back. So here it is. Making the cup formation or V-shaped formation, then an inverted V or an arch formation. So it looks like it's going to test the 48.20 level that was the low of the 22nd of October. This is the Iran Limited. It's next generation data centers, renewable energy, GPUs, just everything's out of fashion just from that high that was made the last week. Other things have been working. Look at this, General Motors. General Motors making a new recovery high. Unbelievable. What was the other one I was telling subscribers? Triple M. We've been looking at this for a long time. Look at that. Fabulous action, almost at an all-time high at 171.97, up 89 cents. This is quite something that you've got this kind of old guard, IBM. IBM. Pulling back today down $1.81 at 313.10, but it made an all-time high yesterday. I forgot to type that in. At 320 what? 24.90. Let me type that in. 324.90. 324.90. And what is this? This is leg, another A. Oh, maybe I'm going to have to call this G/B. Isn't that interesting? Oh, wow. So I'm saying to you that there's been a rotation, a sector rotation. And did I do that? Yes, I did. And the oldies are becoming the newies. And that's very interesting. So in the, look at this. This is IBM trading at 312.71, down 2.22. I have to tell you, there's buying coming in. And the buying is really going to help. And when we get another rotation back to, say, the quantum and the GPUs, etc., that's going to be very interesting. Maybe you need a little more time. Ho, ho, ho. Here we are, leg D. I was just saying to myself, I wonder if we're going to get to the 1 minute 200 period exponential moving average of 68.49, because the 9 period moving average flipped back to positive in the 1 minute chart. So this goes D. I could make that a phantom peak. I won't. I'll just call this a D and then an E. Just go by the book, Chapman wave notation. Just each higher high gets alphabetized. Okay, and that's nice. That's a nice turnaround. Is that 10:20 this morning? We haven't got there. 7 minutes to go. We'll see if between 10:20 and 11. 10:20 and 11. Yeah, during Steve's show. So 10:20. I'd give it an hour and a little bit, so 11:30. If by 11:30 we haven't gone back and retested the low of the day, that's in the E-mini, that low is, I used to have it here. Let me just see if I can get that. Okay. The low was, I should have known it because I was following it so closely, 68.17, round number low. And here we are, almost at the 68.49 level, 68.46. Oh, very nice action. Okay, so there's buying coming in. And that's really what I say. I did not want to go short today. I said to subscribers, no, we're not going short. Although there's weakness, and the short would have been the SOXS, but yesterday was a perfect day for that. And look at this. This is 3 times short. It's up 11 cents. It just cannot get going. More money must have been lost on the SOXS than made in the semiconductor area. Anyway, so down 365. Oh, I didn't finish that. Let me just do this quickly. So you've got the QQQ down, coming back a little bit, 373 at 617.34. IWM coming back a little bit, down 2 at 241. And you've got the SMHs down 3 1/4 at 352. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, we're back, and bing, what did it do? 58.49, it hit it exactly. Now it's digesting those gains. I'm pleased that we've come back from the low of 68.17 to 68.45. I mean, that's 30 points up, right? That's really important. And that just tells you that there's this internal strength, and I put it to look. Let me just go back here. Look, the semiconductors, even though it's been very weak, the 9-period moving average has not gone pink. It's still green. Even though all the other technicals are very... I always say this, I don't know. I'd love to do a webinar with these different techniques sometime. I just got to find the time for it. If you relied on the MACD, very often that MACD, which serves a great purpose for me because there's a combination of other tools, you'd be stuck. You'd say, oh my God, this is just terrible. How often have you seen the MACD start to decline and decline, and yet the price goes on, and then you look and you say, oh, wait a minute, the 9-period moving average has been green all this time. I didn't have to get out of that position. I could have just stayed in. Well, we're going to be watching that. Let me just go and use this as an example. Robinhood did go pink, and that was important. It went negative right there on the 6th, as it went from 140 round number open to 140.16 as the high that day, and then 126.35 was the low, but it closed at 127.08. So that pink says, oh, now everything's in sync. So you now have to wait for other technicals to take over to be able to see some strength. And the fact that it's holding so well after all this above the 120.70 low, double bottom low, 120.88 back in mid-October, and then 120.70 just 5 sessions ago. So that's a positive so far. So all right, let's get back to our story. And the story is, we're pulling back from that 200-period moving average at a peak F. Let me go back now. Okay, so where was I? I was about to look at the GDX. The GDX is lower than it was yesterday. Fabulous move, leg B. The MACD did turn up. The retro strength turned up. The 9-period moving average is cross positive. Stochastics now at 92%. On balance volume is good. Hey, This is nice. Now, if I was looking, here's your arch formation. I had drawn this in, and it didn't get to the 67.26 level. It twice, it got very close, and now it's rebounding. So if that's something we can see in Robinhood, that it doesn't get back to the left side low, but it uses this, and then it turns out that's going to be important. But so far, it's in the out group, even today with the market turning up. So look, the Dow's only down 47. That's why we've remained long. Since April, we've got the core position and holding it, because this is very, very good action. So, all right, let's get back to the story of the metals. Silver is trading. Silver's trading at a new all-time high. It went to 54.41. It was looking really ugly just recently. It did the dreaded H once. That means it failed the left side low, but then within 2 bars it closed above. It tried it again and held above that low that was made on the 28th of October of 45.51. And here it is, rallying very nicely. We didn't add to our core position. Just not very much left of that position that we had. Took really good gains from the CDE, core mining, and you can see it's not participating as it should. Look, it's kind of stuck down there. Hit from the 8s where we got in. It went to 23.61. 23.61 down to the 13s. That's quite a move, 10 points. So it's really suffering from that. If you look at, so did that. I want to look at SIL. Is it SILJ? SILJ I was asked about. That's the juniors. Look, the juniors, I don't think that it's going to get back in one move. I did this as an optimistic way of looking at it. Normally, I'd say I'd go to the low point in the symmetry of this is called bar symmetry, and you look for price from the left side, high or low, going to a midpoint, and the exact number of bars to the right gets you back to that point. So let's just see. I'll put this in, and we'll see if that's going to work. I need to do a little work on this before I say it. So let me just do a little work here. Okay, I don't want to. I've got to go a number of bars to the right. I don't want to change my setting right now. Everything's working just very nicely. But what I would do is I'd say this is the Chapman Wave inside wedge target repellent line, and that would take you to about there. Yeah, so it almost hit that line yesterday. If it rallies, and today's week is down 21 cents to 23.66. That's a peak A, peak B, gray A, gray B, because the stochastic just went to 80%. That's a good sign. And the 9-period moving average, that's good. 9-period moving average cross positive. So the next resistance level over the next 2 days will be 24.80 to 24.90. And we're at 23.66 right now. So I'll put this dashed green line in. I think this is a little too optimistic. I'm just doing it as a kind of a test to see, could there be the strength? Well, you haven't filled that gap yet. Oh, there's a lot of work to be done. Funny that the silver contract itself is so positive, all-time high, and this is struggling a little bit. All right, so that's SILJ. Questions came in. Let me just get to them right now. I'll do the TLT first. TLT down, so yields are going up. Peak A, peak B, all the technicals are actually still weak, suggesting more higher yields than lower yields at this particular point. And you can see the yields themselves going up instead of down. That's the way it's looking right now. Okay, so first question came in. Could I look at, did I write it down or not? CCJ. So CCJ is uranium, URNM. And look at this. It's making lower arch formations. It's done a 1-to-1 to the downside. It hit a peak G at 68. This is uranium Sprott, uranium miners ETF. And it made a peak G at 68.55. I may as well just type that in, 68.55. I don't know if that gets smoothed out so the price changes. And now it's at 56.40. And the weekly chart has done the dreaded H with a lower low, but is holding above the left side low, so that's good. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm suggesting to you that if at 56.40, if 54.30 support goes, it's going to retest the low that was made 5 sessions ago. That was on the 7th of November at 52.76. It has to get, by Monday, it has to be touching the 14-period exponential moving average at 58.33. See how the pink is underneath the 14, 57.68? You need to get to 58.33 to say, turned around. Not yet. So CCJ is Cameco Corporation, one of the best uranium companies. I call this a right arm extension. It actually looks very much like a rogue wave. I'll talk about both of these techniques in a moment, but your CCJ is at 89.65, down 2.92. I'm suggesting to you that the way it looks, it's going to take out the low of the 7th, and that's at 86.41. If it does that, that's kind of negative. It really needs to get to 95.30 by Monday. I'll be back in a moment. Basil, Chapman, Dow's down 105, S&P's down 40. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archive live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm just finishing up the Chapman wave notation on this HCA Healthcare Inc. The healthcare industry has been really on fire. No, I shouldn't say that. It's been doing very well recently. And this is another A. All right, that's an E. All right, so this is HCA is the symbol trading at 474.82, up $1.21. And monthly chart, leg E, this is a huge miss. Actually, could even be a brand new leg A, but it's been absolutely fantastic. Let me show you this. I'm going to go to this chart right here. Okay, let's just go back and put it there. And let me just show you something. Technique that I developed a long time ago using the 9-period exponential moving average. Look at this. Here's HCA. HCA. This is a daily chart. Except for 2 sessions from the low of April, where it was at 330.00, a round number low. I mean, perfect, right? Round number low. Crosses green. 9-period moving average crosses green, 7th of August between 365 and 373. Runs all the way to 428.98. That was in September the 5th. Pulls back very sharply. The green 9-period moving average doesn't budge. And then all of a sudden, even though it's a higher low in this H pattern, for 2 sessions, on the 18th of September at 4:02 and 4:03 the following day, it's pink, and then bam, it goes back to green. And even with that sharp pullback going from, can you believe it, 439.01 with the round number 435 open, those round numbers for this. Remember, if you've got a stock that does round numbers, monitor it. And what does it do? It makes a low of 407.70 on the 14th, 5 sessions later. But that 9-period moving average remained green. And it's still green, and it's still green. And it pulled back very sharply, right there to the 440-something or other, 443.87 low of just 4 sessions ago. That was on the 10th of November. Here it is. So it's actually doing very nicely. Now, I drew in, we're looking at these H patterns right here. I drew it in here in the 1-minute chart. It hit the 9-period moving average, the 200-period moving average exactly, and it's arching over just very small little bars, pink bars. It's just having trouble trying to hold the strength. This is the E-mini. So let's go back to as you can see, my mind moves in mysterious ways, okay? So now you've got 5. You've got this, I'm calling this a peak E, even though this could be a start of a brand new move. So the healthcare industry, look at the IYH. IYH. I mean, look at this, up 52 cents today, 64.81, trying to get to the all-time high of in the 67 area, 66, 67 area. Very good. Leg C, look at this beautiful cup formation in the weekly chart, trying to get to that high of in the 66. Well, you better type it in because I keep talking about it. 66.59 in September, 66.59. 66.59. So it's been over a year. In that time, it's gone to 53, down 13 points, and then back again. So I love this. So HCA, I'm just saying to you, I don't know what the question was. It was just typed in. Okay. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, so there are a bunch of techniques that I could use. There's a technique that says, no, you don't say, oh, you say, oh my God. Look at that. You've got rising, you've got a wedge formation right there. Expanding, it's not just a wedge, it's an expanding wedge. Oh my God. That means it can turn into a diamond pattern, blah, 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 blah. All I can say is go one step at a time. Yes, it has got this expanding wedge. Yes, there is this Chapman wave inside track repellent zone right here, right there. right there. But no, it's trying to look. The 9-period moving average, even with all this, has been fantastic. It's above the 14. The MACD did go negative. The relative strength went negative. The stochastics under 80% to 77%. The on-balance volume is very good. So that just says there's residual strength that if it pulls back under 460, that'll be a bit of a short-term problem, but the technicals are still very strong. Look at the weekly chart, how it had these 3 candles with a high of, in the 31st of October, 478.19. 478.19 goes to 478.88. Bam. Oh, makes a new high. Whoa, wait a minute. This week, it's gone to 47.9.43. So it's just squeaking to higher highs. But these are good candles, really good candles, and the monthly chart is strong. I like this very much. So I don't know if you're in it at 474.54 down, up 93 cents right now. I'm just going to say to you, normally at this particular point, I'd say, as I had with all those the AI stocks that we were looking at earlier on, I said, when it gets to this level, you've got to take something off. Sometimes you've got to take more than something off because that means the sector itself, it might be fading. In this case, the sector is good. I like it very much. I would just say hold it. It could chop around for a little bit. I do say that if it goes under 460, let's look at it together. I wouldn't even say take a little bit off at that point because this is just so strong in the strongest sector. That's all I'm saying. I like it very much. Now, where will it go to? If you do a measured move, I don't like to do measured moves because, look, it says, if you're going to go for this move up, and I usually take a low from the next bar, so this would take you to 498-ish. But I don't like to do that because that's just kind of a measured move. So what? It doesn't mean anything. What I do like to say is that it has enough power that if it goes to 483, that 488, 492 area is really like a magnet. I prefer to tell you what technically you need to look for to be able to even put that in as a possibility. At this point, I don't see it. You still have to go through this inside track repellent zone, right? But it's holding beautifully. Let's see if we've arched over and made a low of the day. Whoops. Let's see. Going down. Yep, we made a new low on the day. That's this pattern right here. 200-period moving average, either a magnet or a repellent. Push. Come down very strongly. I don't like this action. Dow's down 222. S&P's down 59. Ugh. This could be a pretty surprising week with the Dow making an all-time high, and all of a sudden you're down very sharply. We've stepped aside. I said, let's not do anything right now. I wanted to go short.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. an amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So I spoke about quantum computing just a moment ago. Look at this, 25.85 on the 3rd of October, QUBT. This is Quantum Computing Inc. Makes a peak F top. There's a double top that I look at, and this is where you see the M-shaped pattern of the MACD starts to pull back sharply. There's a pop in the on-balance volume right on the day. Look at that, the exact day of the high. You get this V-shaped inverted V in the on-balance volume. Turns down and plop. Here we are at 10.30. I would say 25.85 to 10. Where is the base? Where's the bottom? Oh, I hate to say this, but if it takes out... I don't really have. 6.67 is the 200-period exponential moving average, but it's held above that before. So I'm just going to say, watch it closely. It doesn't sound like much because the low of this candle right here with the 9-period moving average crossed positive was on the 16th, week of the 16th of May, and the low was 866 and the high was 12.87. So 866, I'm looking at this and saying the 8s better hold because otherwise it's going to retest the 6.6s. And if we are seeing this rotation in the market, what is the bottom? Yeah, I'm just going to say, I wouldn't be buying right now. Just have a little patience. Maybe Monday or Tuesday we can look at it, but in 2 days anything can happen. Just look at this. We're now accelerating down. Dow's down 225. S&P's down 60. So you're just watching this closely. So step aside. It needs to get. In fact, it needs to get to the 13.80 level. That's 30% higher to actually start to say, now I've formed a base of support. We can start to think of the upside. Hold patience. Okay, now, so I want you to see if something like a Schlumberger, it was trying to move the other day. It did. It went, I didn't know. Wait a minute. Where's my notation? I was sure I did that. Maybe I didn't save. All right. A, B, C. You remember this technique that I use? D. Well, type a D instead of an E. Okay. This is that upside diagonal. There it is. It's diagonal trend line right there. So it breaks above the inside track repellent zone, and then it comes back in it. after a peak D. Holding quite nicely up 65 cents today. Let's look at CVX. So this is Schlumberger. SLB is a symbol, 36.73, up 66. Let's look at Chevron. Up today, 267, 156 right now. Stuck in a range. I think Exxon had a much better chart formation. Yeah, look at that. Peak C, pulls back. Not an all-time high, but look at that choppy sideways move. And I've been saying this forever. If you want a stock that is like the family heirloom, I know from 25 years ago, speaking to someone 20-something years ago, who said, my family, I inherited stock in Exxon. What should I do? And I said, just hold it. But what you could do, if you really want to use some of that money, when you get the dividends, you could use the dividends to go elsewhere, but just stay with the stock. It is a forever stock. Why? You think you think we're just going to stop using oil? Give me a break. There's no way on earth. So as far as I'm concerned, we're looking at a situation where Exxon is always a player. And when you finally get in the solar area a company that is just an absolute leader, I'm pretty sure that all Exxon has to do to alleviate all the pressure from the politicians is to say, all right, we're going to take them over. We'll buy them. That's it. They've done all the work. We'll just buy them and milk it for whatever it's worth. So that's it. So Exxon is in that area. Every time it pulls back, however sharply, it always seems to come back and try to make all-time highs. So with that said, I'm just saying there are certain areas that we've rotated to, and certain areas we've rotated to, and I'm just going to look at it. So TK Shipping, leg D in the monthly chart, leg D in the weekly chart. Oh, look at this. Just since middle of October, I spoke about this recently, and then I forgot to look at it. Look at this. TK Shipping, peak A. There's no peak B. Yeah, there's a peak B. And there's a C. It's in leg C. And a leg D in the monthly chart. This is outstanding action at 10. Now it's gone. It's finally gone out of the single digits. It's in the it has matured. It is a mature company. It is in the double digits, $10.02. Congratulations to TK Shipping. TK is a symbol. And where is it now? D is in the weekly chart. Something is happening. Something is happening. That's what's the other one I always look at, Rig. Rig did very nicely the other day and pulled back after a peak D, going to the 200-period moving average of 4.51 Transocean Limited. This is the rigs itself. So 4.7 down 4 cents today. So something is happening. We've got the rotation going on, and we've got some of these stocks have really taken a beating. Let me just look at this in the short term. Microsoft, we've still got Microsoft in the 338 area. Haven't done anything for a long time. It's at 510. Will we add to it? Well, it's holding quite nicely today, up 65 cents at 510. It's already had its beating from 553.72 on the 28th of October with a 550 open that day. It's come all the way down. What was this low? 493.25 on the 7th, 493.25. I'll just type that in. And that's just a leg A to the down. I have to tell you something about the Chapman wave technique. 493.75, I believe I said. When there's a single leg A, a huge leg A, invariably the bounce is more than a bounce. Look, this is just not just a bounce. This is a real bounce. Let's see if it does a Fibonacci right here. Okay, so it'd have to get to 38. So that 38 would be, so 516. So if it gets to 516, how it handles that is going to be very important. But look, a rectangle formation can last a long time, and that's the monthly chart. Double top 555.45 for Microsoft, 553.72 on the 28th, a lower high and it actually was a peak C in the sub context of the Chapman methodology, because peak B is still right there. So we're going to be watching that very closely. Right, Dow's down 313. It was down 222. Now it's 313. S&P's down 72. Ugly session. Palantir. Yeah, that's what I mean. Those stocks that were just the darlings are very vulnerable right now. Whew. If Palantir takes out 169, that's going to be a big problem. It's at 174 right now, down 9. I'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi, folks. I had a question about BMNR, but first let me just say Bitcoin. This is patterned with the dreaded H and now a second chance. If Bitcoin takes out 97, just see the low here. 97,000 as support. That is a real problem. And I've been talking about this for a long time, and we might just exit our position altogether. The IBIT, we've got a little bit left. We've had nice gains, taken bits off. I think it's a problem, and it needs to find some support very soon. That's number one. Number two is BMNR. BMNR is right there, down 2.36 to 38.23. 3550 is the 200-period exponential moving average. How it handles that is going to be really important. And look at that long, skinny Chapman wave Roman candle right there. Whew, this is not good. Bitcoin, BMNR. So let me just wrap up by saying Steve Rhodes coming up. It should be a great show as always. And check out my opening call. We've raised cash. We were worried about some kind of consolidation coming up. Very selective, but at the same time, you've got to consider that being in the wrong area right now is very costly. Being in the right area means at least you've got good support. So just red light flashing. Be careful, be careful, be careful. And with that said, we're about to wrap it up. And I had one other thing is the VIX index. Remember I said VIX index going into the 20s is going to be an issue. We're at 19.10. Watch the 20s. If it goes to the 20s, you'll add to the selling pressure. That if it can start to pull back into the 18s, maybe there'll be a little counter trend bounce. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. So with that said, do I hear the music? No, I don't hear the music. Gosh, am I actually beating the clock? There it is. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Check out my opening call, and I will see you tomorrow.